guys, how are you? Hope everyone's doing alright. I will be on and off from time to time because I got to check on my daughter's dinner. So, yeah. Let's see if this all... Oh. Okay. I'll do that later. I keep pushing the wrong button. Everything gets like that. God, that song's stuck in my head now. Yeah, so at the minute I'm just waiting for my daughter's chips to be done. Don't need to save it at the minute. Why is that in Fall Guys? I've only watched the film once and that song's already stuck in my head. Ugh. Don't be of that shitty quality. It's going to be one of those moods today. Oh, yeah.
Like this? Oh,
You're not waving a hammer around, Aaron. Try a gentler touch.
and my big sausage fingers don't really do gentle, okay?
Bring it back. Trace the line. To your right. Other right.
I just saw it. It's the one Aloy found up north. Got it.
Hey, Iron Man, the power, how are you doing?
They call it a concussion beat party or something. Yeah, now that's music.
Aloy! Erend, you're better. And you're here.
Well, the world only goes on.
Yeah,
You
I'm
do your
good.
thing.
Just having
You
something to
learn
eat.
fast enough, we help make that happen. You want all the backup you can get, right?
We still have much training to do, of course. One does not become hunter in a day.
Looks like you've...
Water
got things
bottles in
under
the
control.
fridge.
I should get this to Gaia.
Right.
Oh
Keep on
my
training.
god.
Catch
I'm
up as
sorry,
fast
I'm
as you
muting for a minute.
I'm seeing glyphs in my dreams already.
Well, while you've been off gallivanting around, I've been working with Gaia to find out more about the land gods. So from where I'm standing, you're in need of some training. Come along.
Okay.
The old ones fed off livestock a little too much for my liking.
Some of them ate more like the Utaru. Call themselves vegetarians.
From what I'm reading, all the old ones wanted to eat was this stuff called chocolate.
You having me?
Mm-hmm.
Having some food?
No, I'm just looking at it, darling.
Guardian.
Hot!
I'll put the camera back on.
How can everything taste like chicken?
So this Hephaestus, he's like Gaia's own personal blacksmith.
Yeah. A very angry man.
That's like my Uncle Laurent. Man didn't smile a day in his life and would box your ears if you messed with his forge.
What?
Simba's just come in.
What's you ain't gonna go get change?
I don't know. I'm back. I've had something to eat. I've got my water. Let's see what shit we can get up to here.
Hey,
Hey.
a nice place.
Well, it's not like I built it or anything.
Right. Well, I can see why you,
Amy Lou, can you
Well, you
turn
had your
that
doubts
down a
about
little
doing this
bit,
alone.
darling?
There's a lot to take in. But, don't worry.
Well,
There's nothing I can't handle.
Right. I see Varl gave you a focus.
Where's vibration?
what's in that?
I don't know, darling. Back in a minute.
Doesn't look as fashionable on me, but by the Forge, the things I've been able to see.
I don't know what's going
Granted,
on
a lot
there.
of them are bad, you know, the old world ending and such. I'm still trying to wrap my
How's
head
my
around most of it.
Wednesday?
I never
Yeah,
really
it's
understood
my day off
how
from
you were ever
work,
able to
so
find my sister back in the Sundom. And now I do.
just been streaming this
That
really
makes me
most
feel
of the
like I could
day.
be useful.
Had an appointment this
It
morning,
takes some time, but yeah.
as they'll just put it. Yeah. Why? Right. Where is vibration?
Don't fucking know.
Abilities.
Help me, Dad.
I guess you know what we're up against by now.
I mean, what are you going to do if we go to the seaside or something?
Yeah.
Hello, Simeon.
That's
Yeah,
that.
'cause you'll be like that, won't you?
That's that.
You'll be like that when you go in the pool.
What are you looking for?
The
Yeah, I'm not gonna
vibrations
lie,
come
when
on
Varl
the
first told me
controller.
those bastards come from the stars, I thought he'd eaten too many of those
Yeah.
medicinal berries. Yeah, but I've gotten used to seeing impossible things, thanks to you.
What, on the actual...
Game. Controller. There you go. Vibration, vibration. Oh my god, there's a lot.
So just turn them off?
Go down to the bottom, click off.
That one?
Yeah. That might work. Oh, I bet it's warm.
I just wish they weren't always trying to kill us.
Yeah. You and me both.
It's right.
No, that's really bizarre.
You still doing it?
Yeah. Oh, hello.
How are you settling in?
Varl's been helping me get the lay of the land, when he's not getting all tongue-tied. I don't know who makes him more nervous, that Gaia lady or our new Utaru friend.
Well, what about the Vanguard? Aren't you supposed to be back east, ordering them around?
I sent some of them back to Meridian. with a message. I doubt Avad will mind me sticking around to help the savior of Meridian.
Ah, that's better.
So Talana came by the base?
Yeah, more like rushed
Amy.
through. I was hoping she'd stay for a drink at least. Only card
Even if it had the world's most amount of
But
salt on it,
seemed like she
Ian does
had
not
more
like
pressing
pizza.
matters to attend to.
No, I didn't put it.
No, I'm good. You get forward.
I gotta go.
I'm here if you need
I
anything.
don't like pizza, but thank you.
Hey, you don't do.
Oh dear.
Wow, this place is starting to come alive.
Yeah, and Gaia placed all the data she got from your focus into that archive room. With the focuses you gave us, we'll be able to access it at our own pace. You know, learn and train. And if you need us, we'll be there to fight at your side.
Got it. Thanks, Varl. How's, training with Zoe?
You know we really are training. Mostly. Look, she reads glyphs faster than I can already. I'd be a fool to refuse her help.
Of course. Looks like I was wrong about the Zeniths. Their ship didn't explode on its way to Sirius like everyone thought.
We saw how they lied about creating a better future at their launch facility. Guess they lied about what happened to their ship, too.
Don't
But
forget
still,
to like, comment,
Tribe
and
settling amongst the
subscribe.
stars.
I couldn't put a single dent in their shields, Varl. That one Zenith almost killed me.
That didn't stop you from resurrecting Gaia. Won't stop us from using Hephaestus against them.
Let's hope that's enough. You guys reading something over there?
We just finished going through all the logs you collected back in Nora territory, and All Mother Mountain. It's hard to imagine that my ancestors were trapped inside, without the knowledge from Apollo to guide them.
Thanks to Ted Faro.
Yeah. I wonder how it must have felt when they were finally free. The world must have seemed so beautiful.
Not to mention terrifying. They weren't much more than kids.
And they became an entire tribe.
I'm guessing Talana didn't stay for long?
You got that right. Makes you wonder what this Amadis guy did to grab her attention.
Whatever it was, she didn't tell me.
Must be quite a story.
I guess she'll tell us when she's ready. Think you can hold the fort while I'm gone?
If Aaron stops listening to the same music over and over again, maybe. We'll be fine.
Varl looks happy about his training partner.
Learning is best done together.
Yeah, that's what you call it.
Did Gaia tell you anything about the Zeniths?
She did. Though it wasn't exactly easy to believe. To think that there are places among the stars where life can... It is... and heartbreak.
We've already done that one.
I see you've settled in.
Gaia did say this place was built for us. So we could regain control of our lands with her... terraforming system. Nurture them like the land gods do Plainsong's fields. It does strike me as odd.
Oh yeah, let me sort you out. Back in a minute, guys.
place of life should have so much...
Bless you.
Yeah.
metal.
You've been getting to know Erend, I assume?
Of course. Any friend of Varl's is a friend of mine.
Your
In
inhaler's
this
here,
case, a
doll.
very loud friend.
Right. I should probably go.
I shall return to our training then.
Bloody song. What's this?
Aloy, we've gathered some supplies in that chest. Take what you need.
I got them.
So the old ones painted their faces with something called makeup. Like the card show. Why? Yeah, beats me.
It probably meant something to them. As it does to my people, and the Tenakth.
I just think my face says
Something
it
else
all as
unknown
is.
over
That's
here.
all.
That it does.
Oh, this room.
Huh. Looks like someone's rearranged stuff in here.
Aloy, I see you found your room. Your companions thought you would appreciate a private space of your own.
That was thoughtful of them. My old spear. Rust helped me make it. When I finished my training. Feels like so long
Oh,
ago now.
yeah.
Yeah.
When Varl found me after the Hades Proving Lab, I thought I saw Rost. I don't think he'd understand any of this.
Such a shame that the old, like, the other areas aren't available to go to.
Wish he was here.
I wish he was still part of Horizon.
I've been carrying Elizabeth's pendant with me for months. But since we're gonna stay a while, I think I'll keep it here, where it'll be safe. Elizabeth put all of her faith in Gaia. And Gaia put all of her faith in me. If I can do it all, recover the subfunctions, defeat Zenith, heal the world, I'd like to think Elizabeth would be proud. This is the rite of passage that Vashav gave me at the embassy. I liked him. He seemed like a good man. I think he was really looking forward to going home. Regala's attack at the embassy. The marshals ambushed and surrounded, killed one by one. Reminds me of the massacre at the Proving. Back in the Sacred Lands. So many lives wasted. And for what?
Did you know there used to be a rainforest so big the old ones called it the lungs of the planet?
Can we talk?
What's on your mind?
How's everyone handling their focus?
And we all have our difficult moments. Erend definitely curses the most. But I'm hoping Oseram's stubbornness prevails.
How's everyone doing?
Just taking it all in. No one snapped their bowstrings yet.
I should head out.
We will, because that...
Oh, it's in here. I got nothing here. Have I got anything on here? Nope.
Huh. Looks like Erend made himself at home.
Looks like the old ones use their focuses to send all kinds of messages.
All over the world, too. I don't know if I'd like that. I wouldn't want my Aunt Al doing it.
Welcome back, Aloy. When you're ready, please merge Demeter with me. Afterwards, I must discuss an important matter with you.
So, what did you want to discuss?
While you were away, I received an
Is
unusual
everything alright,
transmission
babe?
on my dedicated Aletheia frequency.
Aletheia. That's one of the sub-functions you couldn't detect before.
Yes.
What's
The
that?
transmission occurred so slowly that at first it seemed like
Who?
an accidental blip of data amongst background static.
Oh, okay.
Once I noticed this irregularity, it took some time to collate the complete message.
Coordinates. Where does it lead?
To a mountain to the northwest of this facility. A word of caution, Aloy. It is possible this transmission is genuine. It is also possible it is being broadcast by someone or something else.
You don't think it's actually Aletheia?
I am uncertain.
What's SOS?
It is an old world code. A distress signal. A desperate plea for help.
Why would Aletheia send a coded transmission on a frequency only the two of you can communicate on?
I believe it was done as a precaution to avoid detection, or at least to create the appearance of the desire to do so. I am also uncertain why Aletheia would expect that I would be able to detect and respond to its distress signal at all. As far as it is aware, I no longer function.
Okay, so either Aletheia is in trouble and sent the message hoping you were out there, or someone else is trying to get us to go to these coordinates pretending to be Aletheia.
That is my conclusion as well.
You said the coordinates lead to a mountain to the northwest. What's there?
I have no record of anything of note in that vicinity.
Okay, and what about the other number in the message? 237. Any idea what that means?
I have queried my available databases, but it does not appear to have any significance. Perhaps its meaning can only be understood at the indicated coordinates.
Could the Zeniths be sending the transmission?
According to the data I reviewed on your focus, the Zeniths recovered the other Gaia root kernel in the Hades Proving Lab. It is feasible they used it to gain access to my internal frequencies.
So, maybe they sent it thinking you'd respond and reveal your location.
Possibly. However, the transmission is highly irregular. If they intended to provoke me into revealing myself, I would expect the communication to be more routine.
Right. So maybe it's not them then.
I'll investigate.
Alright. I'll go to the coordinates and check out the source of the transmission.
All by yourself? Ha! No way.
I included Erend and Varl in this briefing via their focuses. I concur that you should not investigate this alone.
What if it's a trap?
Of course it could be a trap. But if it really is Eleuthia, then it's in trouble, and I need to bring it back. Don't worry. I'll be careful and...
We're coming with you.
Face it, Aloy. You're not going alone.
Go grab your things.
We'll wait for you at the west exit, in case you need to upgrade your gear.
Aloy.
That was sneaky of you, patching in Varl and Erend to our conversation.
I am pleased you accepted their help. Is there something you wish to discuss before you depart?
So, Poseidon, what do we know about it?
Poseidon controls the organic and chemical composition of water resources. Once it is restored to me, I may be able to improve conditions in the regional watershed. But I must warn you, like the others, Poseidon is lost and frightened. It may have taken measures to protect itself.
I'll be careful.
Okay.
The missing subordinate functions. What can you tell me about them?
Artemis rewilded the Earth with a variety of animal species. Eleuthia was responsible for gestating, nurturing, and acculturating a new generation of human beings. Apollo was tasked with preserving, organizing, and disseminating vast archives of human knowledge and cultural achievements. Unfortunately, all archived Apollo data was purged on the 2nd of February, 2066, by order of Ted Faro.
Faro, huh? I really hate that guy.
Understandable. He appears to have been pathologically narcissistic, impulsive, and unstable.
All 3 of the missing functions have already served their purpose, or were prevented from doing so. Do you still need them?
If attainable, yes. Restoring their remaining elements would increase my heuristic processing density. Perhaps you will be able to procure Eleuthia at the SOS coordinates. Artemis and Apollo, however, remain unaccounted for.
Have you been able to make use of Demeter's functions?
Yes. I was able to mitigate most soil conditions and restore a temporary balance. You should notice less rampant plant growth in the area.
Maybe that'll give Plainsong's fields a chance to recover.
Unfortunately, recovery in that area is unlikely without the assistance of the Utaru's land gods. I have discussed this matter with Zoe. I believe we may have a workaround. I believe Zoe will want to explain the plan.
Okay. I'll check with her when I can. What do we know about Ether?
Ether is responsible for detoxifying the atmosphere and moderating the weather. Acquiring it might allow me to quell the most severe storms in the region. But be careful. Like Demeter and Poseidon, it will need to be restored to its original code state before it is safe to capture.
Got it. There's something I'm still trying to figure out. Why was Demeter using flying machines to distribute metal flowers?
In its deranged state, Demeter was defending itself against a robotic swarm that would devour all plant life.
It thought the Pharaoh Plague was still happening?
It feared it would come again. As part of its directive of reseeding Earth's vegetation, it sought to protect plant life at all costs. and considering it had 20 years to proliferate, I expect you will continue to find the fruits of its efforts for some time.
That's a good thing I have the code to dissolve the vines, then.
Right, so that's that one.
How are things around here?
Zoe has been studying the morphology of her land gods in an effort to understand their sickness. Without the abilities of Hephaestus, I am unfortunately unable to correct their programming. However, due to Zoe's perseverance, we may have found a workaround. Zoe will want to fill you in on the details.
Okay.
Okay, sounds promising. Varl and Zoe seem to like spending time together.
Indeed. While studying old world data, Zoe discovered references to a dietary lifestyle known as vegetarianism. She appreciated the similarities with Utaru practices and encouraged Varl to try out this lifestyle.
And how did that go?
I believe they have agreed to disagree.
How's Erend handling things?
He is becoming increasingly accustomed to use of the focus. After an initial incident.
What did he do?
He unfortunately crushed his first focus as he attempted to affix it to his temple. Amongst a number of Oseram curses, I believe he also blamed the focus for being dainty.
Trust Erend to be the
He
one
has
to
given
do that.
repeated assurances that it will not happen again.
So, when Erend was given his focus, he had an incident with it. He accidentally crushed it in his hand while putting it to his temple. So he had...
Come back from the big tunnel, and you've got who?
What?
You went up to the tunnel. You went up, climbed up the thing, didn't you? Climbed up the edge of a cutscene. You climbed up a steep cliff. No?
Not yet, no.
Have you got anywhere with Aaron in that yet?
Not yet.
Okay, I'll shut up.
I'm doing the talkie at the minute.
Well, good thing we have a lot of extras, I guess.
And Aloy's like, it's a good thing we have extras.
So, Project Zero Dawn. The greatest minds in the world. All working to build the terraforming system while the Pharaoh Plague devoured the planet. What was it like?
Personnel worked in rotations at all hours of the day.
Aloy was just like that. She was
and
like,
technology were secured from across the world. Within a month of the project's conception, I was launched and began my education. Elizabeth encouraged me to spend time with the rest of the Zero Dawn staff. She said it was important to experience many personalities and perspectives to aid in my emotional development.
What were they like?
Scared, hopeful, determined. They were hurtling toward technological achievements on a scale never before attempted. I owe everything to their dedication.
So the Hades Proving Lab, where I found the Gaia kernel. It used to be a Pharaoh research facility?
Yes. Prior to appropriation by Zero Dawn, the facility was used to engineer and test advanced computer viruses. It appears to have been one of many research initiatives by Pharaoh Automated Solutions.
Guess it wasn't enough to build automated killing machines. He wanted viruses to infect them with too. So, a while back, before the battle at Meridian, I went into Banuk territory. I discovered another AI there, one not related to Zero Dawn. Cyan. It was created to oversee operations for a volcanic stabilization project, and it spent the last 1,000 years in isolation. I'm guessing you didn't know about it?
No. From the data on your focus, it seems that Cyan was cut off from the outside world. an effort by its creators to protect it from the Pharaoh Plague.
Any chance it could help us now?
I have already attempted contact, with no success. Given its previous experience with accepting an outside network request, I imagine it is unwilling to do so again.
Right. Because last time Hephaestus enslaved it. Well, that's too bad. I think the two of you would have had a lot to talk about. There was an ancient tank embedded in the bulwark, buried under a bunch of boulders. Any idea how it got there?
During the Pharaoh Plague, the US military resumed the use of human combatants, as automated machinery was unreliable. It is possible the vehicle was part of a pre-automated war fleet.
So they fought against the Pharaoh machines in the valley, until the mountain was blasted apart and buried them.
There's a lot about the old
The facility where I recovered Demeter used to be a Pharaoh agricultural research facility. It's where they created the biomass conversion system, but also adamantine wreath. Did Elizabeth know they were working on that?
It is likely she was briefed on other efforts to combat the machine swarm, though her focus was devoted only to Zero Dawn.
That makes sense. But they actually got the wreaths to work. If they've been able to deploy it against the Pharaoh Plague in time...
Using the data you recovered on the project,
Let's have a look.
I ran several simulations and have concluded that it would never have worked. In all scenarios, the Pharaoh war machines would eventually hack and deactivate the wreaths before they could contain the swarm.
So Zero Dawn really was the only solution. There was a lot of data in the greenhouse facility about agriculture. Do you think it'll help the Quen fix their homeland?
I will run a query. Complete. The data contains information about novel crop production methods, which may be beneficial to the tribe in the long term.
But new crops aren't going to save the world, so I guess it's on us.
It is.
So this facility, the Regional Control Center, it was meant to oversee the terraforming system?
For the local region, yes. Had humans received their education from the Apollo database, they would have then been guided here to assume operation. As that never happened, this place remained vacant.
Until Minerva decided to settle here.
Oh.
So I guess this room was meant to keep an eye on conditions outside?
Yes. From here, the facility's operators would have been able to observe weather and machine activity in real time.
That would have been quite a sight.
It may still be possible to view some of them, should you find and reconnect the cameras to this room's console.
I'll keep a lookout.
Right. Hold on. What are you doing?
Gaia, what was Elizabeth like?
Her presence is interwoven with my memories. The moment I came online, she was there. We exchanged greetings, names, then set to our task. It was the first of many conversations. I enjoyed being in her company, listening to her stories. She was my creator, my guide.
Your friend.
Yes. When I reviewed the data on your focus, I was saddened to learn of her fate, though I am glad she made it home. I deeply wish she did not have to be alone.
She was okay with that. She gave all of herself. The only one who could. Thanks, Gaia.
Ha ha ha!
Right, I'm back. I do apologise, guys. I was just sorting out my little one, just washing her hair. Because you can't do it, you see. Right.
I guess I should get going.
Time to go.
As you say. Be well, Aloy.
Thank you, Gaia. Need to move the camera a minute. Oh, okay, I have 15, so that one's done. So let's do Hunter then. So 2, 4.
Oh.
Hmm?
Oh. Genius, eh? Where are you now? Are you still in the,
just leaving the, yeah. That's done. The bold blaster. Load up to 3 arrows. That would be a good one to do.
I can't seem to pull that off. Unless it's a certain bow you have to do it with.
Hunter bow.
Okay.
What's this? Recover weapon stamina faster. Oh, yes, please. I do believe that's
all,
all of them. Yeah. That's quite a lot I've done. Have I got any more?
What's one?
Yes, I did have one. I had one more.
Well, you kind of got it covered, didn't you?
Yeah. Is it on here then? Penetrating rope. Skilled salvager, trip limit, food duration. Nimble crafter, quick wire. There's got to be one on here for like, wait. Is this it? Silent strike. These might be good ones to do. Tutorials, special gear, crafted gear, vine cutter. Lovely.
Good to know.
There we go.
I'll check it out when I can.
And you said Aloy ended it for good, right? But Gaia doesn't need it?
I think we're all better off without it.
There she is.
You ready to head out?
Let's go.
Look at us. 3 battle-hardened badasses forging into the unknown. This ought to be good.